Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Live. It is just Jen and I with you tonight, as Phil is somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean, boring other passengers to death with his love of the old TSR game Spellfire. So that's not. So he's not able to be with us, and Ed is a little under the weather. So we are going to go it alone tonight. Jennifer, how are you?
I'm great. Excited that it's Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. How are you, Ron?
I'm doing well. I'm also excited that it's the weekend. I was able to get some gaming in. On Friday night we started a new campaign with my friend Chris Germanio running it, and
Nice.
tonight was the kickoff campaign, and we were very heroic. We found a young girl's cat whose cat was missing, and we also identified the culprit of vandalism in a local shop, who happened to be the cat. So we killed two birds with one stone, had a good time with it, and we're off to a very good start so far. And tomorrow we're playing Conan, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, yes. Yep. John's planning a Conan campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's exciting.
Yep. He's keeps on badgering me about what character I'm going to play, and I don't know. I'm torn between uh the demon character and
Of Demon's Blood.
yes.
Uh-huh. And
I like that. And
what
I like the thief too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
the from the streets.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So
I'm
you're
torn.
torn. You can probably get the best of both worlds there if you take the background from Parts Unknown. You can have a little bit of sorcery. You can be a good fighter. You can do a little bit of everything with that. So
I might just do that.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fun. You'll love the game.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things about it.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful game. I really enjoy it a lot, and of course, we had just last weekend we had Matt John at Concoction, who's the author of the Conan RPG. He was with us, and in fact, he'll be one of our special guests next Friday.
Oh, nice.
But it was really good to get that feel for where we were with him, and how we were running a game, and were we doing it correctly, and all that good stuff. And it was outstanding.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully I will get to meet him next year. I just bought my tickets
to Concoction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. You'll get to meet him at Page too.
Good.
Now, speaking of Matt John is a Canadian, and he's from Halifax.
Okay.
And our first special guest tonight is also from Halifax. And we're so glad she can be here with us tonight. We have Dr. Grace Kinsley with us tonight. And we also have a superior GM from Eastern PA, who's just a outstanding human being, and has really been a big hit at both Page and now Concoction, Jill Price. So looking forward to tonight's show, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring on Grace first. We'll go through a round of questions with her, then she'll stay with us, and then we're going to bring Jill on.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, and here we go. Coming out of the tunnel from Halifax, Nova Scotia, weighing in at an indeterminate amount of weight because a woman never tells you how much she weighs, is Dr. Grace Kinsley. There she is. How are you, Grace?
Pretty good. I won't tell you my weight, but I used to weigh 75 pounds more than I weigh now.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, that's good. So Grace, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you intersect with gaming, and really, there's various reasons you're on the program tonight. But Jen, we're hearing your feedback from your helper.
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Okay. There's various reasons you're on tonight, and various topics to discuss, but go ahead and give us an introduction, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I started gaming about 1980, back when I was in grade 9, and it became a lifelong habit for reasons I'll discuss in a little bit. I kept gaming through high school, university. My university was literally, there was a game store right next to the grounds of the university. And I got to be very good friends with the owner of that store, who looked exactly like Weird Al from Nice to Dinner Table.
Oh, okay.
And he was just about as weird. And after I graduated from university, from medical school, I went off and did an internship, came back, and within a year of starting my medical practice, I opened a game store as well.
Oh.
With Weird Al.
Really?
Yeah, he was my partner in the game store. And then I got my first convention experience. We ran a convention run by Mission Games in BC. Our first guest was Peter Adkison in 2000. And we had about 15 guests from Wizards of the Coast the next year.
Oh, wow.
For a convention with 100 people.
Wow.
And I kept gaming all through. We ended up moving to Nova Scotia from BC. I kept gaming and was involved with one convention here, and then I'm involved with another, and I'll be starting a third soon. And the issues with one of the conventions is one of the things we'll talk about.
Okay.
Now, I'm not shy about anything, and I always am upfront about that I am a trans girl, and that will play into why I was so deeply invested in gaming.
Now, you mentioned you're involved with the convention now. It's called DEF CON.
That's the one.
You want to tell us a little bit about this? We have it up on the screen.
Well, we just had our second convention. It's a small gaming convention in Kentville. We had about 150 people. It is a pure gaming convention. There's no media stuff. We have cosplay, we have RPGs, board games, miniature painting. And that's really the focus of our, we did have actually, for our second year, we actually had a special gaming guest. We had Jenna from Devious Weasel Games come, because she lives in Maine, so she just came across. Mm-hmm. We have Matt Johns coming next year.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Cool. Since he's all of an hour away from our convention.
He's an outstanding human being, by the way.
We actually have already had a chat for quite a bit.
Much better than another Canadian TTRPG writer whose name will go unmentioned here.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Stephen Geeson will be here next year, who's made the Anders RPG. And the Bloodwork board game, which was just kickstarted by an emergency room physician in Lunenburg in Nova Scotia, will be coming next year as well.
Okay, wonderful.
Great.
And you and I came to know each other, several months ago. You want to talk about that, how that took place?
It was regarding abuse that should never be acceptable at a games convention. So I had written to Ron asking, hey, what's your abuse and harassment policy? Because I've been abused at a convention before. And Ron sort of asked me the basics, what happened, and I let him know, and he says, hey, we've banned people for less than that. And we had a good discussion, and, I told him I had been looking at all the Page stuff because Page was, coming up. And I said that is the number one convention I would love to come to as soon as I can safely travel to the States again. Again, being a trans girl means things are a bit difficult with the border, especially since I've been over the border before, and they'll tie my old passport to my new passport. And it just makes for a lot of potential difficulty.
Yeah, and listen, we're very very sensitive to that issue. I can't imagine the kind of fear and trepidation that you experience even thinking about coming here with the current state of things.
And things will change.
Yeah, no, I realize, but we have a very good friend of the convention who's also it's also trans, and she has had, this has been a very traumatic experience for her.
Well,
and
people don't realize how many of us are in the gaming community.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I got into it. That's one of the big things about gaming is it allowed me to explore my identity.
Yeah. Well, Grace, I will tell you this. I've already told you this, but I'll say it so the people in the back can hear it. You are welcomed at our conventions with open arms.
I know.
As a gamer, number one, and as a person, number two, and as a woman, number three. As soon as you feel comfortable enough to make the trek across the board.
The first convention when it's safe, I will be at Concoction or Page or both.
Yeah. Now, we don't want to bring we don't want to bring it to people where they think, oh, this is a bad situation, and they some people just don't get it, right? We know that, but
it's much like your leadership is not the people,
right. But at the end of the day, everybody has different opinions. Everybody's got different lifestyles. Everybody has differences of religion, and we're all different, right? Age is part of diversity as well.
But we're all people.
Yeah, our goal and we're all gamers, and our goal has been,
and that's the key. Yeah. We all have that in common,
right? Our goal is to say, hey, where are we all aligned? And we're all aligned when we're sitting at the gaming table. So, all that other garbage, and we take some abuse, for our diversity and inclusion initiatives from certain sectors of the gaming population. And you know what? Us trying to be more diverse and more welcoming doesn't mean we're going to be unwelcoming to you if you have a fear of that, or that we're trying to eliminate white males and all the things that we've been accused of, because we have a diversity initiative.
I mean, I started as a white male.
But people just let their fear run away from them. Oh, well, if they're, trying to be more diverse and trying to do more things, that's at my expense. Well, nothing's at anybody's expense.
It's not a pie.
We're just trying to make sure that everybody can come and enjoy it.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, I tell people at our convention, leave your religion. You're free to have whatever religion. You're free to have whatever politics you want, but leave them at the door while you're in the gaming hall.
Yeah. Now, we have got a couple of poignant comments here. Neil Devlin, and for those who don't remember who Neil Devlin is, Neil's very excited for Paige.
I am too.
But, Neil Devlin, says gaming's for everyone.
Exactly.
Or
yes.
Gaming is for all, right? And Michael Pastor, who's on our staff, and just a wonderful human being and an exceptional staffer for Page and Concoction. He says, much like the entirety of the Rainbow community, the gaming community is very much about found family.
Absolutely.
And Neil wants to reiterate, he is so excited. In fact, he's so excited, he just can't hide it.
We saw that.
Where did we sing it for us, Jen? What are you drinking, Jennifer? What is that?
This is water.
That's a big bottle of clear. That's a big glass of clear alcohol, is it not?
No, it's polar. This is Mitcher's sour, and it's delicious.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, Grace, is we're going to continue the conversation throughout the program. But right now we have another, queen of the gaming tables, I'd like to call her, just an outstanding game master and person, and really, really somebody that I feel is a key element to Page and Concoction's success, because she's been a game master running full tables at these shows. And that's Jill Price. Hi, Jill.
Hey, good evening. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Ron, I wanted to say, so you missed a prime opportunity to say you killed 2 birds with 1 cat earlier. Shame on you.
You know what? Or you can't swing a live cat without hitting we could say that, but I don't want the animal rights people coming at me. I used to run the world's largest crabbing tournament. True story. I used to bring people in from around the country to catch blue crabs in southern New Jersey.
Oh, boy, did I just mishear what you said. Crabs, yes, okay.
Blue crabs, yes. So settle down with yourself. But the animal rights people, even though all of our money went to an environmental nonprofit to protect the waterway where this crabbing tournament took place, they decided they were going to come after us. And they came to a seashore town with a working waterfront with watermen living there and families of watermen. And they held up signs like crabs feel pain and things like that. And I had to go out, like at the event itself, at the party, I had to go out and say, you're welcome to come in and protest. Come into the event and protest. They're like, why? It was like, because you're going to get pelted with rocks and expletives as people pass by here, because this town
lives on it.
They live on this. And let me tell you something else about crabs. They are assholes. Okay. They have evolved into creatures with armor and spikes and claws, and they're cannibals. Okay. They are angry little creatures. They don't have feelings. Trust me, no feelings. And for those who don't know, I was a commercial crabber for many years. Okay. And
I know that.
That's where I get my Popeye-like forearms. But
okay.
That's why we see so many of them up here with the lobstermen.
Well, same thing, and I've lobstered as well. A friend of mine has a lobster boat, and I've helped him out many times in the past. But the point is, these folks didn't know what they were talking about, and they were like, "Oh, well, you're wiping out the population of crabs," is what they were telling me. And I'm like, "Listen, these are recreational crabbers, and they're stuck with recreational limits. I catch more crabs in one day in that river on my commercial boat than all the crabs caught in the entire tournament."
Yeah.
And they didn't believe me. I'm like, okay, well, you want to come in before like some old clamor gets out of his boat and clubs you like a baby seal. So, this is really taken a very
Yeah,
turn.
I'm suddenly in a nature documentary, so
Yeah,
or something like that. So
there is a documentary about the world's largest crabbing tournament. If you look for it hard enough, you can find it.
or you could just send it to me
A
and
documentary.
I'm too lazy to do that. I'm too busy.
All
But
right, back to gaming.
tell us what you're going to be running at Page this year, and tell us what it's like at Concoction. Since of our guests, we'll give Grace a pass, because there's it's very difficult to come across the border there. We can't give Jen a pass so much.
Hey, I just bought my tickets for next year.
Okay. All right. Well,
and let me tell you, Ron, I'm going to be spending my anniversary with you.
Oh.
I'm not into that.
No. John and me will be married 5 years.
Okay.
On that Friday.
Just to be clear, you will be spending your anniversary with your husband, and you'll be coming to a game convention simultaneously. Yes.
That's what I meant.
Okay. All right. Jill.
So what am I running?
Yes.
So Page, Page is special to me. I haven't been a convention GM very long. It's only been, Colin Wessel, and he was the first convention I ever did. And I will always do Fat Mage because of him. But when I started coming to Page, I did a bunch of new games that I hadn't run before. And so that's become my flagship convention. So I'll run all stuff that I haven't run before. So next year, I know I have one called Saturday the 14th, which is a sort of 80s themed Call of Cthulhu horror scenario. And that will be very, very fun. Anybody who wears anything 80s themed will get an extra D10 of luck to start the game with.
Okay.
I am going to be breaking out. I'm going to run 2 other Call of Cthulhus. I actually would have to look up what they are because I forgot. I did submit them. But more excitingly, I'm going to dip my toes into Pendragon, which is an Arthurian night game by Chaosium that I have been very excited to run. And I've run a little bit with my friends. So there'll be some Call of Cthulhu. There'll be one in particular that I am very keen to run. And then there will be some Pendragon. And I haven't quite decided for Concoction yet. I haven't put anything down on paper yet. So if there's any requests, let me know.
It's interesting.
Look it up later.
Yeah, we can look that up for sure. It's interesting that you mention about Concoction and Grace, your love for Monte Cook Games. Monte Cook Games sent a couple of advanced scouts to Concoction, and we're pretty hopeful they're going to be in the vendor room next year.
Oh, nice.
So,
That'd be good.
And of course,
and Monte Cook Games, they're just such a nice batch of people.
Yeah, no, they are, and their support for the conventions has been great and outstanding.
Well,
they've been very supportive, and I can't say enough good things. And they came to Page 3, and they're coming back with even a bigger presence at Page 4.
Nice.
With a large gaming area and vendor booth in the main gaming hall. So
they're incredibly supportive. I wrote to Shauna about getting some support for DEF CON. Like, so we have like 150 people. They sent $1,100 worth of books.
Yeah, no, they're outstanding.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I guess I'm convincing. We actually got $15,000 of the prize support total.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, I don't think conventions realize that all you need to do is ask. The game companies are happy to support you. You know what I mean?
Especially the small companies. I've had companies tell me nobody's even asked us before.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, Nimble sent, because they did their Kickstarter, they sent us everything in their Canadian warehouse.
Oh, wow.
They
Wow.
sent us $2,500 worth of product.
That was their whole Canadian warehouse?
Yeah. They sent like 8 of the box sets and 5 sets of the complete set of books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
I actually looked it up. So I'm also
Okay.
running Edge of Darkness. This is a pretty well-known Call of Cthulhu scenario, but I have gone a little bonkers buying props for it because I want this one to be very tactile.
Ooh.
And Call of Cthulhu is so good for props.
It is. And then the last one is exciting because my son bought me Gaslight for my birthday and Christmas. So I will be running Camera Obscura, which is a Gaslight era Call of Cthulhu. So
That'll be fun.
bring your tweed.
Oh, so your son bought you Gaslight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally he gets me horseback riding because that's another one of my many hobbies. I have too many, but last year I wanted Gaslight. So
Okay.
I see a comment that I'm a brave soul to run games so new to me. I think that I have a good network of people who assist me in testing these games in advance. And then if they dress up, absolutely, 100%, I will give out bonuses for people who dress as knights. But yeah, I have a good network. So all these games get tested before just to make sure that if there's anything that needs to be tweaked, if there's something that isn't fun, if there's something that crosses lines and veils, or maybe an X that, stands out for too many people, and also to make sure we hit the time limit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do some prep work for this.
Just taking a step backwards, I've also been the Fat Mage in the past Collins show.
I remember I saw you there.
Yeah, you were relentless. It was terrible. The show's a lot of fun. The show was a lot of fun, and it was my main concern was going to be traffic, because Fat Mage means Friday after Thanksgiving, FAT. And I was like, well, let me do this. Colin's, a friend, and we like to support the people that support us. And so we went and we did that, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
Nice. It's a very small con in Doylestown, but you're going to get a table. You're going to have choices. It's very personal. You'll just walk around and talk to different people. I always post for people to go there.
Let's see. Egg thief. The egg thief, Wes Allen says.
Hi, Wes.
Jill, one of my players was at COC table.
Don't pick on the man.
Spelling error included. And you are his favorite GM.
Apparently the R is with the A.
That was a really fun game too. I ran the Necropolis. And we had a fabulous time. We had a blaze of glory moment. It was great. They were great players.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and one up that. And say you were my favorite GM at Concoction.
For real?
Oh yeah.
I am so tickled. Thank you.
No, yeah. I mean, people rave about your games, and it's I don't say it lightly when I call you a super GM, because people seek out your games when they're on the schedule. So,
well, just to pick up for you, asked Grace when she started, and I believe you said 1980. I was 1982, and like all good stories, it started at summer camp, and
we're a PG-13 show.
I'm keeping clear. But yeah, so it's been for me, 40 plus years that I've been honing my craft little by little. Started with Warhammer though, not with D&D.
Warhammer Fantasy
Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay version 1, which is sitting over in my bookshelf behind.
Yeah, no, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is a great system. I've always had a lot of fun with it. But we try to. There's so many fantasy games out there, and I've kind of gravitated towards Conan now. Of course, I play D&D, and it's like, how many fantasy systems do you have to learn? And I can't bring myself to do it. I'm at my age, I only have so much gaming left in me, and I want to make sure I'm really enjoying it. And you only have so much free time, right? And do I want to go learn Dungeon Crawl Classics, despite the fact I hear great things about it? Not really. I'll be honest. Joe Goodman, love you, but it's just another, fantasy system. In fact, if Orange Cat Games starts its own fantasy game, it's going to be called the AFS system. Another fantasy system.
I remember when what's his name, James in Britain. He had a version of Warhammer Fantasy role playing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to do a fantasy system called Frupp, based on these 3 books that fell out of the sky.
Okay.
And everybody started to live their lives according to a player's handbook, a DMG, and a monster manual.
Oh,
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
I know I so wanted to play it. James Wallace.
Jen, you were about to ask a question earlier. You were about to ask about favorite systems.
Yeah. So I know you like Call of Cthulhu. Do you have any other favorite systems that you play?
Me? Yeah. Well, Call of Cthulhu is going to be my love right now, but I have definitely an appreciation for Morkborg. I'm sure you're saying that wrong.
No, you're not.
Morkborg. Yeah, there's something that's just so wonderfully fun about playing a game that's the gaming equivalent of Gwar. It's so fun. It's just ridiculous.
And you just said the word of the night, because Techno Destructo is coming back to Paige.
Oh, he's coming back? I'm going to get a picture with him.
Yes.
I will have to run. I'll have to figure out how to run something for him. I actually ran at Concoction. I ran How to Kill Your Necromancer, which was a Morkborg game. A Morkborg based.
That sounds fun.
You started as undead.
You're talking about Gore. I have Gore miniatures upstairs.
Oh, nice.
They put out a line of miniatures back in about the 90s.
Well, that's his tie into the industry. I mean, he's like an artist and a sculptor, and he's this and he's that. And
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll be excited to meet him. Somebody just picked up Pirate Borg. Need to do that. Definitely need to do that.
Well, we'll have to get a game going down this way, Jill. Elise Paxson, who I think I've introduced you to, who's part of my game group.
Mm-hmm.
She has really taken a liking to Pirate Borg, and she runs it now. And,
Elise, yeah.
Elise, yep.
I would absolutely love to play in that, and I would love to pick it up because I do love ship stuff.
I did do finger gun. I was so excited. I did finger guns, and I'm also going to do jazz hands. And speaking of excited,
he's never ever going to live that down, is he?
He loved it. What are you talking about?
Star Wars boy moment.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat enjoying himself. So let's see who we have with us. There's a Mega Humble Bumble out right now with Pirate Borg in it.
Oh, that's a good
very interesting.
Yes.
Neil offers to run me through Dungeon Crawl Classics. We'll have to get you to come down for a weekend, Neil. We'll get you to smuggle Grace over the border. You can jump over the border and go pick her up. You're right up there close to that part of the world.
In the summers, it's really easy because I can take a ferry from here to Maine.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, Yarmouth is an hour from me. I get on the ferry and I end up in Bar Harbor.
Wow.
Oh. That's nice.
That's a pretty area.
So You asked me what my other favorite games were, and I know that I had mistakenly identified Shadow Dark having come into the green room a little earlier. So, Grace, what is your favorite game to run
My favorite game to run
or to play?
is I like the Cypher system, especially Numenera. I just love the wicked imagination Monty has put into this science fantasy game. So, and I'm kind of really a setting freak.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a great setting, it's not dependent on the rule system as much as having something that inspires me to run. And I absolutely love Numenera.
So it's about the feels. I actually played Cypher for the first time at Concoction, which was exciting.
Yeah,
so
I like that. I mean, it's a simple system to run.
Mm-hmm.
It's very loose, it's very open ended, and leaves a lot. It leaves a lot in the player's hands because the GM doesn't roll dice.
That is nice.
That if I need to hit you, you roll your defense, and when you need to hit me, you roll your offense. I don't roll a thing.
Actually, that does make it a little more tempting.
Yeah, I like that.
Definitely.
Like I said, and it gives so it's putting a lot more control in the player's hands, and the GM really just takes the job as the referee rather than impacting the game, except when they want a GM interfere.
Now, Jill, you said you played Cypher System for the first time at Page. Who did you play with? Alex or Peyton?
Alex, I think it was Alex. I'd have to look it up.
Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy.
Okay, that's Alex. Yeah.
I was sitting at the table with Wendy and her daughter.
Okay, yep.
Shout out to Wendy. Hey, Wendy. So
is Alex 7-minute GM?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I like sci-fi, so it was a lot of fun because I don't run sci-fi, so that's something I'll have to remedy one of these days. I really want to play Pendragon. We'll come to Page and play Pendragon.
Oh, Neil will be there. He's one of our biggest fans. In fact, Neil's very excited to play Pendragon.
Oh, we're getting
that excited, yes.
It sounds fun. I've never played, but it sounds fun.
Well,
the thing about Pendragon that's fascinating is it's very heavily role-playing inspired, the whole chivalry, and it's a lot about character versus a rule system.
That's right up my alley then.
I think it has some mechanics that I like a lot, where you can get specific but limited bonuses by invoking passions, by your personality traits can flex back and forth depending on how you roll, but also then you kind of have to role play into it. So you're kind of like, we make our decisions in our head well before we justify them. It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
And it's a very passionate game. Like, you're expected to be melancholy is a big deal in this game. So it's really interesting. The gaming mechanics.
Yes, Wes. It is very fast to run.
I'm taking stray bullets from the crowd right now. Okay, I got Mike Pastor says he needs to teach Ron proper jazzy hands. And Wes Allen just suggested that those are zombie hands, not jazzy hands.
Well, they didn't look quite that rotten.
You're just a meat shield for us while we talk, dude. That's what you are.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Stop objectifying me. And it's a PG-13 program.
That's the second warning I get. At what point do I get booted?
Well, you're going to get a yellow card next.
I'm going to get a yellow card?
In the area.
I will wear it proudly.
Neil says, at Concoction, I played Cypher with Wes, Peyton, and Adam. Yeah, Peyton's outstanding to sit at a table with. And, I'm going to announce tonight that Peyton has actually been selected to join one of the Conan. We're going to have 2 Conan RPG live plays with some luminaries from the industry in them. And Peyton is going to be sitting in one of those games as a player. So that's going to be wonderful.
I'll definitely have to watch
Great.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jim, one of the games will be run by Jim Zub, and for those of you who don't know who Jim Zub is, he's the current navigator
Comic man.
of Conan, the Barbarian. Another knucklehead, like Grace. Never heard that phrase, Grace?
I grew up in Vancouver where the Canucks are the
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
teams.
knucklehead. But he's going to run the game, and he's the person who heads up the Conan properties in comic book
Mhm.
terms.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And then we've got Jeffrey Shanks, who's also a Robert E. Howard and Conan the Barbarian and pop culture historian and expert. We've got Zeb Cook is going to be playing in one of those games. And people are going, oh, well, we all know who Zeb Cook is, but what's his tie to Conan? Zeb Cook was the author of the first Conan role-playing game that TSR produced.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And, amongst others, we've got Sean Curley, who's the presenter on the official Conan the Barbarian YouTube channel. He's going to be there. So we've got a lot of good stuff going on that's Conan related. And of course, we have 5 hours of Conan movies at the theater across the street for gold badge holders and special guests and special invited folks who want to come over and sit in a movie theater on Wednesday night before the convention, hang out and have fun nerding out to Arnold up on the big screen.
I mean, that's never not a good time.
Yeah.
Jill.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, cat.
A black cat just crossed my path.
It's brown.
It's brown?
It's brown. He's brown.
Are you lying to me?
No, he's brown. I have never done this before. This is my first time on YouTube, so my lighting situation is not ideal. So
it's okay. It's okay. You look wonderful. The cat, I couldn't tell what color the cat was, but
cat's brown and
all looks good.
Tabby.
All looks good. Your hair is spectacular.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I put a lot of effort into it.
Yes. Can
I ask Jennifer a question?
Sure.
Absolutely.
So you are the blind bard. Bard, do you play?
Yes, not well, but I play the tin whistle
Oh,
and the fife, and I used to play the violin,
okay.
and I was a clarinet player in middle and high school.
Okay, awesome. Bard is my favorite class.
I love the bard too.
It is my favorite class. So
you could do so much,
Yeah, exactly. So I just wondered, and Bard had me triggered, and Fife is pulling up SCA vibes for me too. So
Yep. And I love to sing, so it's a natural class for me.
Awesome.
Michael Doherty. Michael Doherty says, I keep hearing Ron talk about Conan. I played it for the first time last week. I played a tall Irish NBC/TBS talk show host with red hair and a pompadour.
Oh, that sounds fun.
He says he played Conan O'Brien in the Conan the role-playing game.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That is kind of fun.
That is my that's my kind of humor. I love that. I love that kind of humor. Jill, did you hear that Henry Winkler got arrested today?
Oh God, not this again.
Huh?
I'll set myself up. No, Ron, I did not hear. Tell me.
The FBI arrested him. They said he was involved in some kind of massive financial scheme.
Really?
They're calling it a Fonzie scheme.
Oh. Yes.
That joke is so tired, Ron.
I'm groaning, and internally I'm marking it for later.
He's only told it 100 times.
Actually, I think that's the first time I've ever heard it.
As you can see, the audience is
The
not
cringe
pleased.
is coming quickly.
Yeah, the audience is not pleased. It's almost
It's
like
a tough crowd, Ron.
it's almost like on the Family Guy whenever it was mentioned about a certain piece of ornithological information around Peter. And then he would go on to sing Bird is the Word for like half the episode.
Confession, didn't watch it.
Neither did I.
Mike
Yeah.
Pastor says, is Grace a big time GM or player? What's her favorite system to run?
I've already said Cypher is my favorite system to run, but I actually run a lot of systems. I enjoy running games.
Uh-oh.
The Canadian internet failed you, Grace. Go ahead, say it again.
I'm pretty much a forever GM. I can barely remember. Oh no, I played a game last year. Somebody did a Blaze in the Dark game that I got to play in.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Well, Grace, when you it's safe for you to come here, please, please, please come to my table.
Oh, I will.
I will make you a player.
Just the minute I can get across the border, I'm coming to Page or Concoction or both.
Good.
They are the conventions that I most want to go to because they're in a size that I'm comfortable with, and the draw, the people I've seen going to them, the footage I've seen. I've developed a very good relationship with Wes.
Wes is awesome. You just got to watch your handbag around him.
Yeah, and the eggs.
Jill, you don't know about Wes's past?
I actually do not.
So Wes Allen, a CleesaCon organizer, during the Great Egg Crisis last year, when eggs were skyrocketing to like $7 a dozen, I have chickens, and I was raising money as the auctioneer. So what do? I bring 1.5 dozen of freshly laid free-range chicken eggs from my farm.
That should be worth about $500.
And I
hand them worth the same as gold.
I hand them the Wes and say, I brought the most valuable thing for the auction. And then when the auction started, nobody could find the eggs. So I sent out Anthony Simeone, who runs down the dark stairway for us at Page. He went upstairs in the church and found the eggs on Wes's desk in his personal office.
That thief.
Exactly.
He will tell you that he put them up there to protect them from other people, almost certainly.
Oh my gosh.
He had them under the grace of God.
When did handbags get added to the Lord? Just now. Just now.
It won't stop there, I'm sure.
All right. So there's let's see. DM Tail says that joke is on our bingo card. My wife says, don't worry, you'll hear it again. Matt Archibald asks if he can ask Jen a question. The answer is yes, Matt. Go ahead. What's your question, Matt? I see no question. We'll wait for that to come through. He does ask, Jen, here's your question. What is best in life?
Oh, God, this is a trick question. It's a Conan reference. I know it's a Conan reference. Shoot.
I think Lamentations of the Women are in there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ron will know.
I'm not answering it. I'm not answering. Jill?
I know it's something about burning villages and hearing, killing the men and hearing the lamentations of their women. It's been a while. I'm paraphrasing.
Grace?
It's been a long time since I watched them.
All right, Ron, you got to step in.
I'm not doing it. My wife says, don't pick on Wes.
Is it picking on him if you just tell him the truth?
Yeah, no, it's not. And it's absolutely true.
A heart attack about 1 dozen eggs?
Yeah, You kind of gave me a mild heart attack when you handed me a dozen eggs for the auction this year. And it went for like, I don't know, $25 in the auction.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised. Fresh chicken eggs are the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
they
we go.
are.
There were eggs this year. They went for 20. Anthony Simeone is going to go under oath.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ron's look of utter disappointment. Yes.
And when the eggs were that price, they were begging us for eggs because I was buying farm fresh eggs for $4 a dozen.
You know,
Canadian, which is about $1.99.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I have a good relationship with my ex, and he has chickens, so I do get fresh eggs, and I make a really good pound cake out of them. 12 to be exact. Takes a whole dozen eggs to make my pound cake.
My boss has chickens, and it's always nice when, I mean, it doesn't happen often, but she did give me some eggs once, and they were so good.
Yeah.
I'll admit something, and I think everybody here, except for Grace, I think everybody here has met my work wife, Amber, who works the registration desk at Concoction and Page.
Yep.
I bring her eggs because she makes awesome cheesecake.
Ooh,
So here's what I do. I bring her 36 eggs. She's like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of eggs. I'm like, well, when you take 18 of them and convert them into cheesecakes and give them back to me, then, it won't be so many eggs. Is that wrong? Am I wrong to do that? No.
I don't think so. It sounds like a good, nice symbiotic relationship.
Good,
kind of.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal to me.
Question. I know we have a pretty good audience here. I want to ask what is it that you haven't played? Oh, really? I might. What is it that you haven't played that you want to play out in the audience to give us GMs an idea of what we can bring that will excite you? You on that for a minute.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah. So I'm always looking for, I can learn a new system pretty quickly. Like Ron says, it's a lot to have to buy all the books and, all that stuff, but you can find ways to get something in, even if you're just doing something that's out there as a demo, people still get excited about playing it. RuneQuest, interesting. Yeah, I tried first edition RuneQuest at EcclesiaCon, actually. So
And
first
how was
edition, as in Greg Stafford original.
Yeah, I think it
before
was
before it went to Avalon Hill. Yeah. No, second edition RuneQuest is considered to be vastly superior to first edition or Avalon Hill editions. RuneQuest is an interesting game, and in the genre itself, even though it's fantasy, it's got some noble ideas, which is great. Who else do we have here? We got Michael Doherty says Daggerheart.
Daggerheart. Oh, I'm in a Daggerheart game with some other friends of mine. It's an interesting system. I love that the D12s are getting love.
Kids on bikes.
Finally. Oh, Kids on Bikes. Doesn't Elise do that?
Elise wants to run Kids on Bikes, yes.
Yeah, I thought she'd either that or it's Blossoms or something like that she did.
No. Both Elise and I run Badge Quest, which is
Badge Quest. That's what it was.
Which is
I want to try that.
We can do it. We can do it. Maybe I'll put it on my bingo card for Concoction or Page coming up. But you play Blossom Scouts, and you sell cookies around your neighborhood during cookie selling season. But there's also mystery afoot that needs to be solved. Now, I kind of take the game in a little bit of a darker direction that it's meant to be taken in.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the, there's rivalries from other troops and things like that. But there's also a guy who drives around in a creepy white panel van.
I'm just picturing like a West Side Story style gang fight between the Blossoms.
Actually, yes, that's That is something very similar because, like one of the rival troops that I use is a very Christian, homeschooled, where the mother is the Blossom Scout troop for her children. The Blossom Scout troop leader. Yes. And then there's the cool girls. They're all named like Haley, Bailey, Ashley, and whatever. And there's a couple of other ones. There's the not so cool girls. So
Okay, that sounds like that. I would actually play that. Now, if I understand correctly with that, do the badges then represent bonuses to your skill set?
Exactly.
When
you earn badges and you don't die in the game, what you can do is you can run home crying from embarrassment if you suffer too many embarrassment points, or if you get beat up enough or injured and you lose your health, then you're out of the game.
A bit of Tales of a Loop kind of a.
Yeah, but nobody dies.
Well, that's nice. I like the fact that no one dies.
Yeah.
I've run it out at Gamehole Con, and I did have somebody have to retire from the game because she died of embarrassment. So it was it's a cute little system. It's a DM Dave system. It's very rules light. Let's see. We have more games here. Neil says he wants to play Conan. Neil, we can make that happen.
We all want to play Conan now.
We can make that happen. We'll just have to bring you down for a day or two.
Neil, we're planning a game. John's planning like a once a month game. So you're welcome to join us.
Oh, there you go. You can hop across the border into New Hampshire. Neil says Stone Top. He also says
I think we have that one.
13th Age.
We have that one too.
Tales of Equestria.
This one I haven't even heard of.
Ars Magica. Stop. Nobody wants to learn how to play Ars Magica. Stop.
I do.
You mean nobody wants to learn to speak Latin?
I know somebody who can run that.
S sumus estis sunt. I just conjugated the verb be for you in Latin.
You did.
Yes, I was a good little Catholic boy. Settle down there. Don't get all overheated.
One of the people in our Pathfinder 2 game is a Latin teacher. So I'll have to get her to come to one of the cons and you guys can chat in an obscure language that nobody knows.
Yeah, that'll be good. Wes says he wants to play Forbidden Lands. He's only ever run it.
Another one I haven't heard of.
Matt Archibald. He suggests that the Conan Conan saying is to crush your eggs to see them scrambled before you and hear the lamentations of the flame princess.
I like that.
That's awesome.
He also says he wants to play On Guard.
Okay.
Matt runs On Guard every year.
Isn't that the John Blanche miniatures game coming? Or is that a different version?
It's an old RPG game.
Okay. Because there's a miniatures game that John Blanche was. Yeah.
The Games Designers Workshop had produced that for a while.
Okay.
Here's another lie. Torg. Wes Allen wants to play Torg. Nobody wants to play Torg. Nobody wanted to play Torg when West End first produced it. The only reason people bought Torg was for that damn 20-sided die that was like a mixed color die, and everybody loved it. Matt Archibald says, my daughter loved Elise's Badge Quest game.
Oh, I remember seeing them play at Concoction. I was the table ahead.
Yeah. And P.S., she hated Ron's Harefoot jousting game.
Well then.
I run a miniatures game and it's halflings jousting with rolling pins and frying pans while riding non-traditional mounts. And the issue is that it attracts young children for whatever reason who always seem to cry when things don't go their way in that game. Like, I feel bad. Not really, but I feel bad when it happens. So Stone Top is PBTA. It's new.
Okay, I'll look that one up because I haven't seen that.
I want to play Forbidden Lands. Eon from You Can Breathe Now Games is a big fan. Michael Doherty says would love to try Slug Blaster. I don't even know what that is. Matt Archibald says Cairn, and you have the opportunity because the guys who wrote Cairn will be at Page. And they're
Oh, good. We can get our books signed.
Yeah.
Cairn, okay.
That's a fun game.
So we got a pretty good list of games that we have a pretty good list of games that we don't see a lot of representation on that we can look into. That's good. Thank you, guys.
All right. So
Cairn, I wrote down Stone Top because I've literally never heard of that, and Cairn because I haven't heard of that. So I'd like to look.
Cairn is an indie game from Cairn Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
I have it. In fact, it may be on the shelf behind me. I've got a very complicated, storage system for my games. I've got a game room that's full of games and gaming stuff. I have an office, which is a separate building on the property, which is full of games and gaming stuff. And then I have the actual collection of gaming stuff in the house. So sometimes I don't know where everything is.
Jen, where do you live in all of this?
I am.
Whoa,
I'm in New Hampshire.
X card on that.
What?
X card on that.
I was just teeing her up. I can't wait to see what she says.
Oh my God! You know what?
We have so many games here we don't know what to do with.
Oh, we're talking about my Jen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, no, that was I did.
No, my bad.
She's about to. If she hasn't logged off because she wanted to watch some, like, we watch a lot of educational TV, and and some of it isn't so much my style. Like hoof trimming. I don't want to see them trimming hoofs. Oh, there she is.
Actually, that's kind of awesome. I like that stuff.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You see what you did? What you did? Oh my God.
She responded, I don't actually live here.
Oh my God.
Plausible deniability, right, Ron?
There you go.
I have no idea. You know what? I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch now. Look what you did.
In an extra comfy pillow.
I didn't do anything.
I produce all this fun at these game conventions and entertain you all on Friday nights with outstanding jokes. Did you hear that the capital of Ireland is expanding exponentially year over year? It's really rapidly growing.
Yeah, it's
I did not hear that.
Yeah, in fact, it's Dublin. Yeah.
Where do you get your jokes from? That's actually pretty good.
The dad joke pocketbook.
They have, the guy who invented the cough drop died the other day.
Oh my God.
CNN was at the funeral.
We're going to start losing people, Ron. Stop.
There was no coffin.
No,
oh my gosh.
Caskets now. Okay.
Oh, see now Jen says she's going to fix up. When we bought this property, we have a 3,300 square foot outbuilding. There's like a chicken coop here, an old chicken coop, which we've put some money into to fix it up. In fact, our game room's out there and everything. But down at the end, there was an apartment that people had been living in, and it was not livable. So we gutted it. We gutted the electric out. The plumbing was bad. We took that out, basically demoed it. And eventually a few years back, we had goats to help us clear the land, and we had some really cold nights. So we actually opened up that area of the barn because that's the only area that's really, I don't want to call the barn finished, but we ran new electric throughout and things like that. We didn't run new electric in there yet. We didn't do anything. We just, have a light in there basically. But we didn't want to have the goats out in the ice and snow, negative temperatures. So they got to stay in the apartment. And so now it's called the goat apartment. And she keeps saying she's going to fix up the goat apartment and go live out in the goat apartment.
See, the thing with game hoarders is that gaming stuff will end up in there anyway. It'll be, I just need to put this down, and then I'm just going to leave this here for a minute, and then can I borrow that shelf on the bookshelf, and it's all downhill from there.
Well, that's like after we finished our attic. I mean, we live in a 120-year-old farmhouse, and the attic had never been finished. And it had like 18-inch wide boards, 14 feet long, hand hewn, full 2-inch thick boards. So we finished it all, and I built a 12-foot long gaming table up there. And then I realized in the little rural part of Nova Scotia we have, there's no way to put 12 people around a table because there's not 12 gamers in my count. But I've got 20 feet of shelves.
Now, Michael Doherty says, and Jen Cash, you're going to have to tell me if this joke is offline. Okay. Michael Doherty says, I've actually been drinking tonight, and I'm starting to have Dublin vision. Now, my question is,
that's worse than your jokes, Ron.
No. Michael, who is blind, is that any different than every day? Like, what are you seeing? You're not. Are you seeing anything different? What do you think, Jen? Was that off color? Too off color?
No.
It was right in there. I agree. Yeah, Jill's a stalker. I agree.
Oh.
Jen says the jokes are the real reason she's moving to the goat apartment.
Fair.
All right. Somebody with a constructive idea. Michael says, crazy idea. Maybe we could set up a nice monitor and Zoom call to get Grace to run a game remotely at Page.
Ooh.
I love that idea.
I would do it.
That'd be awesome.
Well, we'll
if it's Cypher, I'll play.
We'll talk about that. I'm still convinced we can smuggle her over the border, so we'll work that out. So,
well, I'm not that big. I could be smuggled pretty easily in the boot of a car.
Okay. We don't call them boots south of the border.
We don't call them boots up here. Either.
Just like we don't call the shoes that a soccer player wears. We don't call their cleats boots either. So it's a fair joke. Michael says, I still can't see anything. Nothing times 2 is still nothing. So there you go.
True enough.
Jen, tell me about what it was like for you at Page 3 when you got to meet Michael, because like he and his wife really sought you and your husband out at the convention.
It was a lot of fun. We met up first at the convention for a little bit, and then we went out to dinner, and it was awesome. We got to talk, and I think next year at Page 4 we're staying in the same hotel, so I'm hoping we can.
Well, where's this going? Where's this going?
What?
No. PG-13.
It is PG-13. We're essentially having dinner.
Okay.
Me and John and Michael and his wife.
Okay. All right.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Okay.
And it's nice to have someone who also knows what it's like to not see well.
Right. And
did you blindfold the other halves as well? It
No.
could have been like one of those restaurants where they have no lights.
Oh, I've been to a few of those. Dinner in the dark. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, I am not. I am not.
Jill tried to lure me into going to one of those dinners in the
I'm
dark.
not
but
adventurous with
I
food,
was
no.
I threw the X card up.
I would so.
What
I
are
would
you
so
afraid
do
of,
that.
Ron?
Huh?
What are you afraid of?
Oh, what? Listen, I'm an old man. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of my wife. I'm afraid of my wife.
You should be.
I would
I am.
so go eat at a blind experience restaurant.
Oh well, there we go. We'll have to.
Ron,
Mind
hey,
you,
what
I can count the food I don't like on one hand.
so you have 2 cons going.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's that?
That concoction. Are you thinking of expanding any further, or
No.
is that enough for you?
No, that's it.
That's
it. Yeah.
two conventions on your plate's plenty.
Yeah, I'm just curious because you seem to have a real knack for it, and there's definitely a real need for those smaller,
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
more accessible.
No. My goal will be.
I'll pick his brain for DEF CON and for Diversicon, which we're starting.
Yeah. My goal will be to help EcclesiaCon.
Okay.
I want to help EcclesiaCon. I've talked to Wes about this, and I do staff at some other conventions. Not just the stuff I do. I've done at EcclesiaCon and with running games and running the auction and everything. But I run the charity auction at ShireCon, which is up in Connecticut, and benefits the VFW Hall where they hold their convention, or I think it's a VFW. It might be an American Legion for one of those. And then, I also auctioneer at EggCon for the E. Gary Gygax Memorial Scholarship Fund charity auction as well. So whatever I can do to help out those shows, I'm involved in. I did put an offer out there to Rising Phoenix Game Con, and I think I'll be doing something with their auction. I'm running the auction at help me out, Jen. Katahdin Con. Yeah,
That's up close to us.
Yeah, where I'm a special guest there, and
So
I'm
you
excited
spread
for that
thin.
one.
huh? What's that?
I'm excited for that one.
No, Jill, what did you say?
I'm just saying you're spread pretty thin then.
Yeah,
I plan on picking Ron's brain for the conventions that we're involved with.
Yeah, I just don't think that Page is all encompassing. It really is, and I'm actually in the process of a little breaking news here. I'm actually in the process of interviewing people to come on board as paid folks for
Very
Page and
nice.
Concoction, and
Great.
we've been interviewing a couple of candidates, and that's going to be coming soon because, listen, I still work a full-time job, folks.
And
Right.
and the growth rate of Page, I mean,
Yeah,
you've
you
been
went from
adding
1,200
several hundred people a year.
100 to 3,000 in 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I mean, and Concoction too. I mean, didn't you like double, triple your expected audience?
I was hoping for 300. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
got nearly 900.
So
Yeah, and we
3
didn't even drag in guests from around the country, which really bring in a lot of guests from a lot of attendees from around the country. South Jersey and Eastern PA really turned out for Concoction.
I think people just know you from Page, and they're like, "Hey, this is a new concoction. He's running it. It's going to be good."
Well, I think
Now
I think what you see, like what I saw Page's initial stuff, I saw what they were capable of doing, for Page 3, and that alone made me excited, which of course then made me follow Concoction. And I'm not even in the country.
Hey Jen, what do you think
Yeah?
about running 2 games at Page this year where all the players are blindfolded?
Oh, that's
Gotta
an
be.
interesting idea.
Would you be up for that?
You're putting me on the spot, Ron.
I can think of
Or
one.
running one game?
How would you deal with dice rolls?
I was thinking that.
Because that's
Pixels, or
There you
or
go.
blindfolded, the Dots RPG dice.
right.
I actually don't know what that is. I haven't seen that before. It's
Okay.
Oh.
So what I'm holding up one of
I
your
can see it. I just
one of your Pixels 20-siders,
Yep.
Jen.
Yep.
So is
And
it?
also, I've got a set of Braille dice here that Jen gave us. She gave us a few,
Ooh.
and I have one set left over
Or,
that we're going to be bringing.
If you're not trained with Braille, if you're just blindfolded, I think that would be quite difficult.
Well, what we could do is maybe Jen rolls the dice for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
NGM, I think it would be easier to actually just have dice with raised numbers that you would have to sit and feel the number with your finger. That might work.
Or Jen, you use Pixels dice and have in the app calls out the numbers, right?
Yep. Have it talk to you. Yep.
Okay.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. We just have to be careful we're not having everybody roll at once.
Yep.
So
So, Ron, how long would these games be?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Hold on. Michael Doherty's chiming in saying, I'll do it if she doesn't do it. Well, no, we're going to get you to run one too that Jen will play in.
I think that's a really interesting.
Oh, that would be so fun.
I think that's a
be.
really nifty idea.
I like that.
Let's get those on the schedule. Every once in a while, I have a good idea.
I just like the idea of stepping into a different, we're so visual, a lot of us, and to step out of that and to really force yourself to live in that other headspace.
We do screwed up things with our painting contests at DEF CON.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, you know what, Ron? This is good because I'm doing a scenario for the Book of Encounters, so maybe I'll run it.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. With our painting contest, like we have speed painting, but we also have paint with holding a brush in your mouth. but the best one is our team painting contest, where you have a team of 3 and one has to paint with their left hand, one with their right hand, and one holds miniatures. And every 10 minutes you change positions.
Okay, that sounds really fun.
It is fun, and the community building that happens during it, because you're all having to work together, right?
Yeah, definitely. I like that. We should try to get some of that. That would be fun to do at Page. Little painting contest.
Like the thing, I'm at DEF CON. I'm also the miniatures girl, my wife and I, because we both painted in international painting competitions.
Ooh, wow.
Like in Monte San Savino and Chicago World Expo, Paint-A-Palooza in Berlin, and we've medaled at them.
Nice.
So that's.
You have a model you can show us?
Yeah, I'll bring. Well, I showed you the one with the big deck.
We did.
I'll get another one.
Oh, yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, we can't do that on this one. So you're bringing up. I'm just going to narrate a little bit here. It is that an orc? That is an orc. That is a beautiful
pirate with
pirate orc. Oh, he's a pirate. He's got
with a rose in his mouth.
He's wearing
his sword broke though.
Pantaloons and
I'll get one more.
Purple, a purple, one of those fancy coats that pirates wear. The whole Jack Sparrow thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Michael Doherty says, I think Pixels would be the way to go. I unfortunately only have access to a couple of D20s, but if you guys have a resource, we can talk about it.
And there's Steampunk Girl.
Oh, I like her. A beautiful woman in green tight pants.
Let me see what I can do. I don't know.
Nice.
That one was actually in Berlin with me.
Well, that's
so
great.
Ideas being fomented. I like it.
I love that idea, the blind game.
I do.
That sounds
like that a lot.
amazing. And I think that's another thing that I think at conventions is having unique things like that. Really, it's part of that community building aspect. Trying something new like that um, brings people into a new experience.
Very much so.
I agree.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody in the crowd have any questions for our guests? You know, because Grace is an hour ahead of us time wise.
I can stay up. I'm an ex-physician. I've worked 48 hours in a weekend.
You must be dead tired.
Me? No.
Yeah.
I sleep 5 hours a night.
Neil says, I was playing with Jen at Rising Phoenix, and she was using a pair of meta glasses to help with dice.
Yep, that's true.
All right. So any questions from the folks in the audience for Jill or Grace?
They're bored of us.
Well, it's they're all quiet. They're all quiet in there. It's all quiet on the internet front. But all right. Well, Grace, what do you want to leave us with tonight?
I really appreciate the opportunity to come and chat here. It was a wonderful experience. I really appreciate what Ron has built with Paige and all of your staff and help and the GMs. You've built something that I think has a great future. And I like the way you are looking at diversity in gaming, just the idea of a blind game. Things like that are really helpful for people to experience new things. And the more we experience, the more open our minds get. And I think that's one of the really important things about gaming is that it allows us to get into experiences that we may not necessarily have comfort with initially, but allowing that experience is helpful. Like I said, gaming was important in my transition. It allowed me to be a girl long before I came out. I mean, I knew at 6, but I didn't transition till 4 years ago. You know?
All right. There are a few questions that have popped up for both of you before we let Jill give her dying monologue on the program.
I'll keep it short.
Okay. First, have either of you ever published any adventures or RPG material?
Grace?
Not me. I just play it and write stuff that for my own games. Most of what I've written is more in a professional basis, writing papers and stuff.
Sure.
I
Jill?
would say same. I have not yet published. It's a goal, but we'll get there, but not yet.
Okay. Another question here. Is there something you focus on or a template you follow when creating an adventure for conventions?
That's a really good question. I tend to modify, especially right now. My life has been very busy, so I tend to modify already existing games. The only template I follow is test. You know, make sure that you're really hitting the notes. But
yeah,
unfortunately, like I said, at this time, I'm not writing anything.
Yeah, it's a broad strokes thing. I want to keep within that 4-hour window. I try to write, maybe 2 to 3 encounters, and that's why I like using stuff like the Cipher system or Age, because they're fast, more nimble. They're fast to run. People can get a lot done in a short time without getting bogged down in a 4-hour single encounter.
I mean, Jen, you are writing. So what about you?
I haven't published anything yet. I am working on publishing my, well, I'm contributing to the Book of Encounters. This will be my first time, and I'm just dipping my toes in. So hopefully this won't be the last time. I have a couple of ideas I'd like to explore, and
And I love that the fact that Paige is bringing that Book of Encounters out, because it gives all these authors a chance to, who are starting out, a chance to get their feet wet.
yep.
Ron, why don't you talk about that for just a quick second? Because I know I'm going to be sharing this with people who have no idea what we're talking about. So the Book of Encounters?
Sure. So last year we put out a Book of Encounters, and GMs were encouraged to submit an encounter of no more than 2 pages with maps, with a map if necessary. And we were going to combine them into like an anthology that people could grab at the convention and then use them as like drop-in encounters wherever for their home games. And we saw some great success with it last year, and we decided to do it again this year and do it every year moving forward. So for example, this year is going to be the page 4 Book of Encounters, right? We're going to play a little bit off the acronym page. However, Leo Gerald, who's our page ambassador, he had a good idea, and he said, you should do 2 this year and call one the page Book of the Book of Encounters, the Lost Pages, to kind of fill in for years 1 and 2 and get us up to the present. So we're actually going to have 2 books this year.
Cool.
Now, interestingly, you talk about publishing, and I'm still in the middle of fulfilling, my adventure that I wrote, Tomb of the Ancient War King.
The Kickstarter,
and, yeah, and it's going along swimmingly. Just the fulfillment process, we're trying to get everybody to get on board with filling out their surveys and everything. But coming right on the heels of that, and this is a little different than an adventure, is we have this guy here, the adventurer's log, right? And what this is
I love that idea.
Yeah, it's basically a book that players can use. They open it up to a spread, meaning a left page and a right page, and there's sections where you fill in things that are happening in the game: treasure you found, magic items, people you met, notable locales, interesting individuals, whatever it is. You plot it in this book, and I am very happy to say that we have sent the books off to be printed even before we're Kickstarter. So what we're doing is we have a 32-page option. There will be a 48-page option during the Kickstarter, and there will be a 64-page option, as well as a hardcover option if you want that, or if you want upgraded paper type, you can get it with linen paper. And that's going to be Orange Cat's Games' next thing that we're doing, and it's going to come out right on the heels of us getting everything out the door on the current Kickstarter. So excited about that. Just got it back from our layout specialist. It's got art from cover art's Chet Mitten. Front page cover art when you open the book is from Joey Dossel, and then we have art from Lynn Redder, Stan, and Chandra Ryer in there. So it's fun. It's a fun little book. It'll be great, and I'm looking forward to it.
So when is it kickstarting?
I would say we're probably going to have like a little lead up period, and then we'll kickstart it. Maybe in July. I think you will see it. We'll try to push it out there a little bit. I'll physical copies at EggCon and try to push it that way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it's something that I've always tried to put in front of my players, like even in the form of just I would print out like these log sheets and things like that for them to use, and just putting it together in a nice, well-organized book that I personally, as a DM, I get a little frustrated watching my players try to go through notebooks where they've written stuff upside down and sideways. They're picking through Post-its, and I know it was here, and it's on my old character sheet. Yeah, your memo pad there, right? Your steno pad. So
I guess maybe I ought to be getting me one of those, huh?
Yeah, I know a guy.
You don't know how many times I've used prescription pads for my note paper.
At least they have lines on them. Well, I guess mine does too, technically.
And you'll be happy to know.
Actually, they didn't.
That the
they
book
look like this.
That the Book of Encounters, it has alternating lines in the sections. We didn't actually do lines because I looked at it with lines and I'm like, I don't know. So we did very light gray, white, back and forth for the lines.
That works beautifully.
And
I think I will definitely be taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I'm worse as a player than I'm very organized as a GM, but then actually put me in a game and I'm like using, like this. Just no pass.
All right. So those were some of the things, some of the questions there. Grace, take us through real quick your convention, and also somebody's asking about the website address, and Michael Doherty said Grace mentioned DiversityCon. So take us through those three things.
Okay, so DEF CON will be next year, will be April 9 to 11 in Kentville, Nova Scotia. It's a small convention, but I work hard for it to make sure we have lots of prize support. Like I said, we had 150 people and $15,000 worth of prize support from the game companies. Mm-hmm. So we did well, and it's a pure games convention. It's for people to come and play games. We don't have movie stars and stuff like that. Although Ronin Wong wants to come, so I guess we'll have a star eventually.
Yeah, talk to me about that offline.
Okay. DiversiCon will probably take a couple of years to get up and running. We're going to be doing a series of game days, lectures, arts, construction projects and stuff. It's aimed at an audience to appeal to diverse lifestyles. So whether they be neurodivergent, queer, racialized people, handicapped people, I mean, everybody's welcome, but it is meant to empower people in diverse lifestyles to put them in the positions of leading the convention and done in a more circular matriarchal structure rather than a president, vice president and stuff. People coming to the lead at things they're expertise in. So when we want to do a pottery class, we'll have the potter take that on. So, and eventually that will lead up to a convention. It'll be called DiversiCon NS. Again, we want to make sure that we have a safe, inclusive space for people. There will be no abuse of any kind. Will simply get you a lifetime ban. And we're very strict on that.
All right. What's your web address for the convention?
The convention, DNDEN. The initials Deaf Needs Dialogue Entertainment Network .ca. And on Facebook, you can look us up as DeathCon.
Okay.
And DiversiCon hasn't got stuff up yet, but I will. And as soon as we have that, I will let you know.
All right. And Jill, What are your parting words for us tonight?
I actually appreciate you mentioned neurodiversity as well, since I have a lot of neurodivergent people in my life, and probably me, honestly. So I got a lot of, I achieved a lot of my skills, such as they are, in dealing with an entire game of neurodiverse kids who I was trying to help with some socialization work, which was really, really fun. So I just wanted to tag on to what Grace was saying about,
and that's
all kinds of
so
stuff.
important. Again, it's building community, it's building communication skills. I mean, that's what role-playing games are really about.
Yep. And so I
True.
don't have much more to say except I love these cons. I love the people that I'm meeting. I love running it for you, and come see me. And if you run a little con, or if you just want to run a game, I'll probably be there, because it's what I love to do. I love creating that unique blended improv experience. It's
If you're ever in Nova Scotia, you're welcome.
I actually wrote that down. I've never been to Nova Scotia, and I would love to go to Nova Scotia, because there's some.
If you come to Nova Scotia for a little holiday, Sandra and I will show you the sights around, as well as spending time at the con.
Well, good. I'm going to take you up on that, because Jen and I are taking a cruise up there
Cool.
to Halifax. So
Right.
Nice.
Halifax. See, I got a thing with shipwrecks. I would love to come to Halifax. Some great history up there.
The Titanic story was partly in Halifax.
That's true. A lot of it, yeah.
So I'm actually going to be. We've already arranged to meet up with Matt John when we're up there.
Cool.
So I'll shoot you the dates, and we'll do that.
So how long are you going to be in Halifax for? Just 1 day?
3 days.
Cool.
It's a longer cruise. So we're in Boston, Maine, Halifax. Yeah, so it was,
and probably up to St. Lawrence.
I'll have to check. I'm not.
But if you're going to be in Halifax, if we're going to be in Halifax, we'll come and stay up in the city with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. I appreciate that. All right. Well, Jill, Grace, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
It was so nice meeting you.
Indeed,
You guys
I
too.
look forward to seeing you at Page.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And you know what? I think, Jen, what do you think? We just pull the plug here tonight.
Sure.
All right. Well, why don't you take us out?
Do you want to talk about Concoction and the fact that tickets are on sale for next year, though?
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. There's the dates. Look at that. Concoction, June 25th through 27th, 2027.
Yep.
Yep. So there we go.
And you gave me the best anniversary gift I could ask for, because June 25th is John and mine's anniversary, and we're going to be spending it at Concoction.
Oh, well, I mean, nothing spells cuddle time like going to a game convention. That's for sure.
Okay, so tell me, what do we get if we buy a what do you call them? Not patron badges, but top contributor badges.
The top supporter badges.
Yeah.
Well, you get a T-shirt. You get to choose your events first, and we have one of the special guests coming in early next year, and there may be a day before Concoction.
Ooh.
Special event with one of the guests running games.
Cool.
So
we're doing that at DEF CON next year, because we have 5 designers probably coming. So we're going to have the Friday night. We will actually have it as for our VIP guests to come and hang out with the game designers and play games with the game designers that night.
All right. So, and Neil says the 27th is his mom's birthday. My wife says, congrats on your anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
And, oh, look, here's Amber. Amber Davies, who's going to be one of our special guests at Page, and she's actually going to be on the program, I think, next week. As a matter of fact, it'll be Amber Davies and Matt John. So
Great.
I'll be watching.
All right. So to everybody who's been watching, we appreciate you, and we will see you next Friday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Tip the hat. Bye.